What's up? What's up? What's going on, man? It's Bezo803 on that social media. I got my codes with me right now.
Ben Mikey, Dog Sound Mikey, man.
And we got the queen in the building right now, Miss Taylor Nycole.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
I am good. How are y'all?
I'm doing
Great.
good. Happy to be here. Happy that you're finally here.
Glad to be here.
Model, influencer,
Yes, sir.
mental health advocate, pageant queen, motivator,
Educator.
You do it all.
Yes, I do. Jack
So-
of all trades.
So how do you keep a balance doing so many things? I mean,
Sometimes I just focus on one day at a time, one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So I don't drain myself out. I always say
Right.
that I stay at a 3. I don't let myself get overwhelmed because when I get overwhelmed, I shut down. So
okay. So when you say stay at a 3? What is that? Explain that to me.
So on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the most stressed out, I never let myself go below
Okay.
or above a 3.
I like
Okay.
that. I might have to adopt something like that.
Right.
Yeah, man. Stress kills. So we got to definitely stay stress free out here.
Definitely.
So you do so many things. I think the first time that I kind of got wind of you did like a fashion show, vendor event kind of thing, and that was dope. So let's talk about back then, when you actually had that event, and what was the motivation behind it, and what you been up to since then?
So I started having events I started my brand in 2017, and I had my first event in November of 2018.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm from Camden.
Big shout
Camden
Camden.
in the building.
Woo-woo.
Okay.
So I'm from Camden, and we don't really have anything like Camden gets negative. They have a negative. What's the word I'm looking for? Connotation.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I try to do something positive. It's a lot of like-minded individuals, business owners.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so many people in Camden, and I just wanted to create a safe space and a space for people to promote themselves and network. So that's why I started. I really wanted to do a fashion show. I was actually supposed to do one with one of my big sisters, Mahogany, back in, it was like right before COVID. It was like the week after everything got shut down. So we ended up not having a fashion show. So it was like, you know what, I'm going to just do it, put it out here. A lot of people from my hometown hit me up, and they was like, you should have one. So I did it. Sometimes you don't get the best support. People say they're going to do stuff, but
keep pushing.
But I kept pushing. Yeah. It gave
There
me
you
the
go.
motivation to do what I needed to do. I did. Gave Camden everything I could give them. So, and then I stopped. I did one more event back home. That was like in October of 2021.
Okay.
I did one more event back home, and then I went back to school to focus on that. And
Okay.
So I'll
Gotcha.
start it back up eventually.
Gotcha.
Good,
I'm looking forward to
good.
that because you got some dope ideas, very innovative, and even if everything is not solely in your city, I think you definitely got to get back to it. Sometimes our cities be too small for us. That's not a bad thing. It just
You just
like
think
me.
big.
I do what I can do in my city, and I just leave it at that. I don't try to,
Yep.
do more than I need to be doing. But anyway, you're doing so many amazing things. So many hats you wear. But for the people that may not know, we like to take it back to the beginning. You kind of gave us some context already. But you originally from Camden?
Yes.
Okay. So
Raised.
talk about life in Camden before you are who you are now. Because now you are who you are. People know you everywhere. You got brand deals.
Notoriety up.
You're a big deal. So before all that, I'm talking childhood. What was you doing? Like what was life like growing up?
It was what it was.
She humble.
Yeah. You gotta pop it. It's big motion.
She humble.
What you doing? You was like average
Barbie
kid
dolls.
playing outside.
Yeah, I was like an average kid. I
Yeah.
was in the house and stuff like that. I wasn't really.
Yeah. Was you
I was
always
a
into?
tomboy.
Was you always into like fashion and stuff?
No, I was a tomboy, definitely.
I can't see
No, you couldn't pay me to wear a dress,
Wow.
skirts, nothing like that. Like it took me a long time. Probably the last few years is when I like hit my girly stage. But
Okay.
And then after high school, I moved away.
Yeah.
So that was that.
So where do you move to after high school?
I moved to Rock Hill to go to Winthrop.
Okay.
So I've been
Winthrop. Big shout Winthrop.
Yep, I've been between Rock Hill and Charlotte the past 10 years.
Okay. So how was life living in Rock Hill, Charlotte area? There's a lot more fast paced up there.
Yeah, definitely. Rock Hill's still small, but it's more fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of support. Like, I hosted an event there. People didn't know me, but they were like so willing to support anything that I wanted to do. So I really enjoyed it there. Being away from, home really showed me a lot. Like, I grew a lot because I was there by myself. I didn't have family. I had to make friends. So
had to get out there and hustle.
Do you when you went up to college? How was that like influence? Got water for everyone. How was that influence like on your direction as far as your career, getting out there and networking and stuff? Did that help a lot just being in college up there at Winthrop?
I guess looking back, it might have. But when I was in college, I wasn't worried about I had no idea that what I'm doing now is what I wanted to do.
Right.
When I stopped going to college, I was about to go into my senior year, and that was like 2016 is when I actually sat down and I started my brand in 2017. That's when I figured out what I wanted to do.
Yeah, Winthrop is a prestigious, college, so you gotta be pretty smart to get up in there. So
yes.
talk about college life and, day-to-day college life, what you're majoring in.
My major is social work.
Okay.
I want to do child welfare. Kids are my passion, so I love it. Balancing, I would say the past year and a half, balancing being a full-time college student and working full-time and everything else, it was very stressful. If I didn't have my advisor, I definitely would have quit because I emailed her so many times this is it, I'm done. I'm not coming to class. But they were on my tail, and that's one thing I like about Winthrop is it's a smaller university, so the people are family. They check on you. Yeah, I really.
Shout out to the advisor,
man.
Yeah.
Big
Shout out to her.
For real.
Yeah, big shout, man. That's big. You got that support system like that. People that's rooting for you and keep your head in the game out here. So that's big. So, so far, you've done a lot. What would you say is one of your biggest accomplishments so far?
I feel like one of the biggest accomplishments for myself was doing plus size pageants and actually winning titles.
Talk about it.
I started that because it was something I always said I wanted to do, but just never really thought too much into it. But growing up, I always been a bigger girl, so people bully, all that stuff or whatever, and having other friends with low self-esteem and things like that. And I was like, oh no, I'm about to do this, and I'm about to do this for us, and we're gonna win the title out of it. So I did it to make the little girl in me happy, but also too to show other women, being you can do anything that you want to do.
That's hard. You be styling and profiling now.
I be trying.
You be popping it. So, well, talk about that. Talk about, you kind of gave some insight just now, but cause you say you grew up like a tomboy. So talk about the season where you made a transformation, because I would have never thought that, because every time I look on your page, you popping in new outfits, crazy vibes. So talk about that journey. How you find your style.
I don't know. I just feel like it kind of happened randomly.
You just put it together that.
It was just one day.
Everybody can't put it together now.
It was a switch. I think, and growing up, I always hung with a bunch of dudes. So I really think when I started making friends in Rock Hill and they was girls, and it was just okay, Tay, you can't, because I was dressed in sneakers in the club. So I was like, okay, Taylor, you got to, I think that might be it.
Got to sauce it up a little bit.
Yeah, and then when I started plus size modeling in Charlotte, I think that's what.
What's some of the ones you won? Talk about it.
So my very first one was Miss Full Figure South Carolina, and I won the Miss Social Media Award, and I won Miss Fashionista for that pageant.
That's a big one.
And then I did Miss South Carolina Plus America, and I won the Spirit Award. I won Miss Palmetto Pride. Yeah,
big motion.
Yeah.
We got them heavy hitters on here, y'all.
She rolling.
So, we got a lot of women that's watching on, and so we're here to inspire. We're here to show people that no matter where you're from, we got people that's doing great things in the community, that's making big moves in the community, that's going places, that's having big motion. So what is something you would tell to a young lady out there, some motivation? She might be ready to give up. She might be trying to figure out her way, her lane. She might be a tomboy trying to make that transition, what's some advice you would give her right now?
I think the biggest thing is just do it. It's always gonna be a roadblock. It's always gonna be a what if. It's always gonna just get out there and do it, and also monitor who's around you and who's in your circle. Because I had people I'm thinking my best friends like, oh, she can't do that, or things like of that nature. And if I would have listened to them, I wouldn't have did it. So I would say just go out there, try it, monitor who's around you, and failure is never an option. If something doesn't work one way or one time, try it again and keep trying and keep trying. That's hard.
You work social media a lot, man. So we know that you got a lot of influence. So talk about life as an influencer. I see you got branding deals. How did you build that up? Because everybody's trying to do that, but you don't see everybody getting deals and stuff like that.
I would say some of them just happen. I say just post. Like if I wear something, I try to tag the people in it. I remember it's this girl from Camden, and she's really big now in social media. Her name's Melissa. And I remember years ago when I first wanted to do it, and she was like, Tay, reach out to them, send them emails. So some people, I would just send them an email, with my link tree and, all of that good stuff or whatever, and they'll respond either a yes or a no. And if not, I'll try again in another 6 months.
Right.
So, yeah.
So who you got? Drop some names. Pop it real quick.
Good American, I did.
Okay.
A deal with them. Sheen.
Y'all hear that? Sheen.
And they shopping with that.
I don't know Good American. I'm pretty sure it's big too.
That's Khloe Kardashian.
Pop it.
Yeah.
This Big Motion podcast, by the way.
Definitely.
We got heavy hitters on here. Good American, Sheen. My bad.
Temu, Amazon.
I've
seen Amazon.
And it's some of smaller brands. They
hey
send
man,
me stuff
it's
to
all
review.
love, man. So they actually send you the clothing and stuff. Wow.
Or they'll
So
send
you don't have to pay for
a credit, so that way you can go online and order.
That's hard, man. That's big, man.
Definitely.
That's Big Motion right there. So
real.
For all the ladies out there, even the guys,
you.
man, looking on, this is somebody you can maybe reach out to, and she can, lead you in the right direction and show you how to do that, man. So I know you got into modeling as well. So talk about, your journey in modeling. How did you get into it?
It was just something that I wanted to do. Like I said, to help me build my self-esteem, really. That's one of the biggest reasons why I did it. And it was a modeling group in Charlotte. They had auditions. I remember just putting in my application or whatever. The morning I was supposed to go audition, I told my parents, I'm not going. I'm not doing it. And so they were like, Tay, no, you're going. So anyways, I did it. I did my thing. I got accepted. And that was the journey of that. I probably stayed with her probably a year, and then I started doing independent stuff.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But that was just something that I did to say that I did it. Now I'll do it if somebody really asks me to.
Yeah. That's dope. So can brands reach out to you, like independent brands?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So can you plug your social media for everybody who want to follow you and reach out to you?
Yes. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, as _Taylor Nycole. That's Nycole with the Y, Nycole. And then I'm on Facebook, and it's Taylor Nycole as well. Warren, yes. Taylor Nycole Warren as well on Facebook.
Right.
And I think that's it. I don't think
all brands reach out. She willing to work with you if it makes sense.
Yes, definitely.
I don't know what the numbers are. Y'all got to, got
figure
Sheen
that out.
and all that. So, y'all work that out, man. But definitely reach out to her. And I see you're a mental health advocate. So talk about how important mental health is to you and what you do to contribute to that.
Yes, mental health is very, very important to me. After I got diagnosed and, everything with my family with depression and anxiety, being honest, in the Black community is prayed off. Ain't nothing wrong with you.
Yeah,
or,
you know that.
They don't want to go talk to nobody. So I had to go through therapy and all of that stuff. And so I never want nobody to feel how I felt and feel alone. And, I done had suicide attempts and different things like that. And I think that sometimes people think just because you have good stuff going on or people love you, you never know. Especially with me being in Rock Hill by myself, it was a very hard journey. So that's why I speak about it. I've hosted events. When I do my pageants, that's my platform, mental health awareness. Yeah. I mean, I make it known that because I don't want nobody to feel like they're alone. Oh, my bracelet faded now, but I made bracelets and everything. We have to break the stigma because
therapy is dope, man. Big shout my man Malik. He came up with the slogan "Therapy is dope." He sell those T-shirts up in NYC, man. So he's a real big mental health advocate as well. So all my people in the black community, any community, don't be afraid to get help. Don't be afraid to seek a therapist, talk to someone, stay focused out there. So it's great that you're doing that type of work. We're going into the second quarter of 2023 right now. Everything is rolling. What are some things you have coming up this year?
So I have graduation on May 6th from Winthrop.
Okay.
And then after that, I'll be making a big move to another state. Yes, so excited.
Oh man, that's big.
And just keep my journey going, see where my cards unfold. I don't like to plan out too much. I like to
Okay. So if it's December 31st and we're going into 2024, what is something you want to look back on this year and feel like, you accomplished?
Going into this year, my biggest goal was to live more. I'm an overthinker. I think what ifs, or I'm always busy doing something. So I want to actually live, enjoy the moment. And I feel like if I look back on this year and as long as I see those moments where I lived, enjoyed the moment and made memories, I will be A-okay.
Okay. Beautiful. Love that. Well, it's a hip-hop platform, so we got to talk some music, man. What you listening to right now? Or R&B, whichever one.
So Young Nudie, Rod Wave.
Okay.
I still listen to old Chief Keef. I don't know why.
Wow. Okay. Classic. Classic.
I'm trying to think of what was I listening to here.
Young Nudie, Rod Wave, Chief Keef. You drilled out a little bit.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. So what about this? We're gonna hit you with the classic question we ask everybody before we get up out of here real quick. Top 5 rappers dead or alive. Who you got for that? No particular order or anything like that, but you got
definitely Lil Baby. That's hard. Future.
3 more. Lil Baby, Future. Some heavy hitters already.
Young Thug.
Like that. Free Thugger.
Yes, free him. Oh my God. I'm trying to blank.
2 more.
Who? I would say Chief Keef because I feel like he kind of came in and he
started the drill movement.
Yeah, he changed the game. So I would say Chief Keef. Okay. And my 5th one.
Who we got?
I'm trying to look at the CDs over there. I am trying to.
One more for the people.
Lil Wayne.
Wow, okay.
I knew she was
Wheezy.
Lil Wayne.
That's big. I like that.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that list.
Definitely.
I can appreciate that list for sure.
Everybody's stuff big.
Plug your social media one more time for the people.
Yes, you can follow me at _Taylor Nycole. That's Nycole with a Y, Nycole on TikTok and Instagram, and Taylor Nycole Warren on Facebook.
That's what's up, man. I definitely appreciate you for coming by. Like I said, I pay attention to what you have going on, and you're doing a lot of great things in the community and for yourself, and making a lot of big moves that I'm like, wow, that's impressive. So keep going, keep doing your thing. You never know who you are inspiring, and especially the young ladies out here. So keep on doing your thing. We definitely appreciate you for coming by. You're welcome anytime, even though you're moving away. But if you happen to be in town after you move, you want to come by and chop it up for a little bit, you always welcome. We thank you again for coming by today.
Thank y'all for having me.
Facts. I go by the name of Bezo803 on that social media. This is my co-host right here.
Being Mikey $, Mikey.
Another exclusive interview. And like I said, we got them heavy hitters on here.
For real though.
Sheen representative, Amazon. The list goes on. But most of all, Telling Nycole LLC.
Facts.
We'll catch y'all next time, y'all. Peace and love. Big Motion Podcast.